Hello everyone, welcome to Club Reaction to Hibs 0, Rangers 1 here on Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. We are live on YouTube and live on Twitter. Get yourself over to the YouTube channel, get yourself subscribed to the channel and get yourself involved in the live chat as we discuss back-to-back win for Rangers. I'm Scott Carney and joining me tonight is Alistair Pearson. Ali, I think we're all Danilo's dad after the way that game ended.
It's good to Neil. I hope he's beside us at Hampden, can't he? On Sunday, Danilo's dad. I'd be knackered if I was Danilo's dad right now. I'm knackered and I wasn't dancing about like Danilo's dad all night. That's a massive win tonight for us, Carney. I said for Rangers to be taken seriously, and we're still a long way away from hitting a title challenge, but if we want to get ourselves back into this league, we had to win tonight. If we drop points tonight, for me, it showed we don't have it, but it's small steps, as you say. It's 2 wins in the trot now. It's a clean sheet as well. Don't forget that one as well. Yeah, it's a massive result tonight, Carney, and it gives us momentum going into Sunday, which is what we need.
Absolutely. Davey, 1642, you've been a member for 31 months. It's a prison sentence, mate, but very much appreciated, mate. Thank you. Thank you very much for the continued support. Yeah, mate, it's massive. It really is. This is but every game for Rangers right now is game by game. There's absolutely no doubt about it. But the last thing that we would have wanted after such an improved performance off the back of Sunday. It was for us to go and drop points, or for us to not win that game tonight. It was three points was crucial to let Danny Rule let everybody know that he's serious about this. He is serious about this. And look, was it perfect? No. Was it watch behind your fingers at times, hands over the eyes at some points? Yes, it was. But there's definite changes there. There's definite changes. And that's probably the definition, Ali, of maybe winning ugly. Maybe tonight. I think we've just done what we've had to do to win the game tonight.
Yeah, and if you want to win the league, you need to go to places like Easter Road and dig out 1-0 wins and stuff. Rangers just need to win games of football at the moment. To me, it doesn't matter how we do them. Yes, as a fan sitting watching it, isn't great at time. Your heart's racing like hell, but we just need to win a game at a time. And so far, we're doing it. I agree tonight. It was winning pretty at points, but ultimately we got the goal and we held on to it. And we'll talk about obviously what happened near the end there, which wasn't good for my heart, but yeah, they've passed a test for me tonight, Carney. It's a big test for them tonight. And they looked more of a team tonight. They played like a team. They looked like they knew what they were doing. So yeah, small steps as Chubby comes on the comments, as small steps but big improvements for me. So aye.
It's a game. Yeah, it's a game tonight that I probably wouldn't have enjoyed watching with you. I don't think either of us would have enjoyed each other's company tonight.
My fiance, did not enjoy watching it with me tonight.
No, my fiance was upstairs, mate. She was like, I think she was talking to me for the first 10 minutes of the game, and after Danilo scored, I was couldn't take my eyes off the TV at that point, and she was talking to me about different stuff. She's like, I'm going upstairs. I was like, bye. Bye. I was like, I'm too invested in this. But yeah, just that, and somebody just said it in the chat there, and I think it's spot on. An ugly, beautiful win, and that's exactly what tonight was. And congratulations to Danny Rule for it, because it's not something that's really become accustomed for us as Rangers fans to see back-to-back league wins. That's for absolute sure. Big calls in the lineup, I think, tonight, mate. I think there was, I don't think anybody would have picked this team. I really don't. But it was Butland, Giga, Suter, Cornelius, Aarons, Raskin, Barron, Magoma, Danilo, Shermiti, and Moore. Obviously, no Tavernier, no Diamande off the back of the weekend, no Gassama starting, and no Asgard starting. Big call from Danny Rule, this, mate. I'm not going to lie. I think it is a pretty big call. Look, we all know that the team needs some form of rotation from time to time, but I didn't see him going to, maybe not extreme's probably the wrong word, but I didn't see that many changes coming off the back of Sunday. I thought he would remain pretty consistent in that regard. What were your thoughts on the team? And do you think it's an eye to Rule probably looking at the full squad and thinking, I need to give everybody minutes here because I still need to figure out my players and who I can trust, who these trusted people can be, and the ones that really want to be here and make a name for themselves and play for him. But no matter what, mate, I looked at the lineup and I was like, not the team I would have picked.
No, it wasn't a team I would have picked. And he's sticking with his back three, which makes us more solid. The fullbacks he went with, obviously Aaron's on the right, Magoma on the left. There was no Gassama as a kind of outball, if you want to say. I thought it was quite conservative, if you know what I mean. I didn't see where the attacking flair was going to come in terms of goals. He was obviously going there to try and control the game and maybe nick a goal, which obviously it's turned out that way for them. But I wouldn't have picked it. If it had went the other way and we dropped or we get beat, etc., you would look at it and go, it was maybe a slightly negative team. No disrespect to Hibs, but it's Hibs we're playing. So he obviously had a game plan, Danny Rule. I mean, you'll come on to probably the subs he made in the second half, etc. too. So it's in his plans, but hats off to him. That's him changed it a couple of times now. He did say he would look at it game on game in terms of opposition, etc., and he would change to whatever that opposition is, and he's doing it so far, and so far so good for me, Carney. That's 2 wins out of 3 for him, and what.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, I can't criticise any more than that, and I think we are seeing what he kind of predicted would happen. The fact that it won't be the most attractive for football to start with because he has to get the team winning games, and the first 2 tests he's faced domestically, the first 2 tests he's passed. I'd say tonight is not a classic. It's not one that I think we're going to remember fondly, but it could turn out to be a massive 3 points for us. We always build up Easter Road as being one of these places we go to and it'll be a tough game, and it will be. Hibs have been playing well. I think they're undefeated there this season. They hadn't lost a game until tonight at Easter Road, so they are rightly feeling kind of up for it. But Rangers have a really good record at Easter Road, so it's always one that after we talk about when we're kind of previewing the game, you're always in the back of your head going, well, we tend to do okay there. But into the game itself, mate, I thought Jiga had a wee shaky start. I thought he got caught out when he should have done better. Defending the ball when it ended up going out for a corner, and then their first attempt on goal, Jiga kind of gets caught well out of position. Again, something might be a wee bit new to him. The fact he's playing the right hand side of a back three, it might be new to him. But he got caught out there. But then, as soon as Rangers first break up the pitch, mate, we win the ball high, which is crucial. Shamiti gets the ball to Danilo, and as cool as you like, mate, he rolls it back the opposite way and with his left boot. He strikes an absolute beauty into the bottom left-hand corner, mate. An absolute topper of a goal and a perfect start. And look, mate, egg on my face with Danilo so far. Yes, 100%. I want to see him go on a run, a consistent run now, for sure. But 2 strikes, 2 goals, egg on my face, and I'm very happy about it, mate. It was a fantastic finish.
Yeah, and I know folk in the comments is probably waiting for me because Danilo scored 2 and 2, and I want Danilo to score goals just because I sit here and think, and I said I don't think Danilo's good enough for us. I want him to prove me wrong. I want him to score goals. Ultimately, he cost us £6 million. Should be scoring his goals. And it was a fantastic strike, but Danilo, Shamiti does well play a ball out to him, and he just kind of moves it and hits it right in the bottom corner. It was a fantastic goal by Danilo. I thought we started quite well, to be honest. Jiga, he had a wee
wobble. He settled quite. He did settle really. He settled really well.
He settled. Probably one of the best games I've seen Jiga play in a Rangers shirt this season. I thought he grew in, and I thought he was outstanding for Rangers. But we controlled the game very well, especially with that back three and Connor Barr in the middle of the park buzzing about. I thought we had a lot of control of the ball. Hibs really didn't know what to do. And that's the perfect start, Easter Road, because usually when you go Easter Road, you go to Tynecastle, they come out the blocks flying. Hibs couldn't really do that because of the way we were set up and the way we controlled the ball. And it was a fantastic start. And it was that's probably what Danny Rowe was dreaming of in terms of the way we were set up. We weren't as attacking, if you know what I mean. But to get that early goal, it meant we could just really take care of the ball the rest of that first half.
Absolutely, yeah. And I thought after that, we controlled certain elements of the game. I thought we didn't control possession maybe as much as I would like Rangers to. However, everything that you have mentioned, we are definitely better at the back. I think we've got more control. There's less panic. And one thing I labelled at the team after the Brand game, it was just how many areas of the pitch where there didn't seem to be a Rangers player. They would win the ball back and they would break and we would be nowhere in sight, or we would play a long ball up and there would be nobody there to pick up the seconds. And tonight, with the changes that he's made so far, with the 3 at the back, 4 in the middle, the 2 and the 1, or the 4-3, the 3-4-3, or 3-5-2, whatever way you want to look at it, it's probably a variation of all of them. We're covering the pitch much better. We are supporting players. We are supporting teammates. We are covering space well. We are winning the ball high. We are pressing high. And when every time Hibs get the ball, I thought we made it incredibly difficult for them to try and play through us. We were compact. We were tight. We were organised. Man, it sounds so mundane to talk about, Ali, but it's absolutely crucial for us to do this. It's crucial for us just to be a compact team, be an organised unit, and win the ball back when they have possession, and to pounce at the right times. And throughout that first half, I thought we were never really in danger. I can't remember any attempt in the first half where I thought, oh, that was a bit close, apart from maybe a header from a corner that Butland saved. I'm quickly rattling my brain through the first half to see if anything comes back, and I can't think of anything. Without creating still, though, an awful lot, I think that's still something that's lacking, Ali. We did have the lead, yes. If we're not creating chances, make it difficult for teams to create chances against us, and I think Rangers did that.
Yeah, we didn't. I mean, after we got that goal, we never looked like scoring, but then again, Hibs didn't look like scoring, as you say. I think we were well organised off the ball. I think the left-hand side, I thought Mikey Moore played well down that side and creating space for Magoma, who got joy in the left. Obviously, the boy Cadden get hooked after 20-odd minutes because he was in a booking, and they put, I think it was Mulligan, back to right back, who'd done better against Magoma. But yeah, we had a lot of the ball. We dipped for a wee point, but again, Hibs really didn't do anything. But it's a top end of the park where we still need to. Chermetti, for me, struggled at points in that first half. Didn't hold the ball well. His touch wasn't great at points. That's where we struggled in the first half, because we had a lot of the ball, but we never really. You could never see us going to hurt Hibs. I mean, when you get a goal, you would love to go and get a second goal to try and kill the game, as a fan as well, because it's bloody torture to watch. But that was my only kind of criticism. But then you look at the players on the park, no many creative players there. If you look at what we had on the park, we had Chermetti and Danilo up front, but kind of behind them, there wasn't. Aaron's on the right-hand side doesn't really offer that much, to be honest. Magoma was our only real out ball on the left-hand side. And as I say, Mikey Moore was helping him there. But that's why we never looked like scoring. But then again, it might be Danny Rule's the way he's set up, because he's probably thought, if we like I say, if we can get an early goal, control it, and he can change the second half, which obviously will come on to. So, not too critical about in the first half, but I just never felt there was a second goal coming for us at all.
Not in that first half, no, definitely not. I didn't feel like there was a second goal coming. We definitely weren't creating nearly enough, and I think that's something that's going to need worked on over time. But we all said, even when Danny Rule came in, where would you start? You'd start at the defence. You have to stop us conceding goals. I got laughed at last night on Club Deck Corner, mate, for saying Rangers would keep a clean sheet tonight, because I predicted 2-0. Okay, I was a goal out of how many goals we would score, but I said I think Rangers are going to keep a clean sheet for the first time since 1946, maybe 1947, something like that. But look, I just think he's organising the defence. The team are clearly responding to his ideas. I think he's went back to basics a touch with some elements of the defence as well, and it's working. It is working. We almost done to Hibs what teams tend to do at Ibrox. If they take a lead at Ibrox, then they just make the game stuffy. They make it hard to play against it, make it hard to create space, make any chances. And I think we were doing well at frustrating Hibs. There's no doubt they would have expected a much better showing from Hibs tonight. The home support, I don't think there's any doubt about it, considering the kind of run of form that they've been in. But I say up to half time, I thought I'm fine with it being 1-0. Still not as you're never comfortable at 1-0. It wasn't a very comfortable 90 minutes, I will say that. No. Even though I wasn't at any point like, apart from bits we'll come to in the second half, but in the first half I wasn't like on the edge of my seat thinking, oh God, we're just living on borrowed time here. But it's still never comfortable to be just 1-0 up. And in the second half, changes again I didn't see coming, mate. I'm not going to lie. He takes off Danilo, he takes off Magoma. Magoma was on a booking. John Beaton, who we will come to in a very short space of time, was obviously booking everybody for breathing the wrong way, because that's just what John Beaton likes to do. He's a terrible referee, and he's terrible for both sides. By the way, that's not even me just criticising him for Rangers decisions. Some of the decisions he gave Rangers, I was like, I don't even know what he's slightly seen there. I think he's just an awful referee. But yeah, Magoma, Danilo come off, mate. He puts on Tavernier and Gassama. Gassama goes to the right, Tav goes to the right hand side as well, and Max Aarons move over to the left hand side, to the left wing back position. Were you shocked at that when you seen the changes that he made? I don't know if they were the two that I would have went for. Is it they've not played a lot of football? Well, in Danilo's case, and Magoma's played maybe too much football.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's part of the game plan. I honestly didn't think he would make any changes at the half time, because we were comfortable. The only thing I thought is the same as what we're talking about now, is we didn't look like we were going to score a second goal, as much as we were controlling the game and containing Hibs, because Hibs were limited to what they could do. We never looked like we were going to score. So I can understand why he's brought Magoma off on the booking, because I felt John Beaton had a red card in him tonight, and I thought Magoma might have been his victim. Especially down that side.
Well, it definitely wouldn't have been a Hibs player. So if anybody was going to get sent off, it would have been. And that's where I will say that John Beaton is biased, because if anybody was getting sent off, it would have been a Rangers player tonight. There's no way he was sending a Hibs player off. I think Grant Hanley got away with about 5 or 6 fouls, I think I counted in that second half, without a second yellow.
Yeah. Grant Hanley's individually maybe not a booking, but they'll stack up to a booking, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I understand why he took Magoma off on the booking. I thought that was a sensible move, and then bringing Gassama obviously gives us more of an out ball on the right hand side. The only thing I would say about Gassama on the right hand, I don't think he works on the right hand side. Gassama, we've seen him there. He's much better on the left hand side for me, where he can cut in on his right foot. I just don't think he works on the right hand side. But I understood why he made the changes. So hats off to him. I like that about Danny Rule, that he makes changes. He changes it when he sees things maybe aren't working.
Yeah, and it might be things that we don't see. Second half, I thought Rangers didn't control it as much. I think Hibs had maybe the better of the half, but it was an extremely poor half of football. I'm not going to pretend that it was anything other than that. Not high quality at all, not helped by the aforementioned John Beaton, who literally blew for everything. There was no flow in the game. It was constantly stop-start. It was scrappy. It was not really good at all. There was a lot of wasted possession on both teams' parts. And it was a game where I thought we just need a luck of the break here. We need something to fall our way just for us to get it to 2-0, and I think it would have secured the win for us. I'm just going to jump towards the end, because generally there's not a lot to go on in that second half. There isn't a great deal that I can dig into. No keeper really had a save to make, as far as I can remember. No kind of a fantastic save that's kind of kept anything out. I just don't think there was much to really go on. And towards the end of the game, you could see players looking tired. And nearly called him John Beaton. What's his name, mate? Who's Barron? Fucking hell, I couldn't remember his name.
Connor Barron.
God, couldn't remember his name. I got John Beaton in my head. Connor Barron. I thought he was absolutely tremendous tonight, mate. Honestly, I did. I thought he was a crucial part of us walking away with the 3 points tonight, because he was all over that pitch. The amount of duels that he won, mate, the just constant effort, the constant winning the ball back, not giving up on second balls. I thought he was absolutely terrific. Obviously, the lead up to the penalty, Tavernier makes a shocking slip. He really does make a mistake. Barron, it's a tired tackle, mate, and it's one of those tackles that after he'd done it, as soon as he'd done it, I went, that's a penalty. And I felt sorry for him, because I was just like, you're literally knackered because of the amount of effort you've put in this game, and it was just a tired tackle. I don't want to sound like one of those guys that can predict the future, mate. In my head, I went Jack Butland saving this. Honestly, I did. I went
honestly?
Honestly, mate, I went Jack Butland's going to save this. It felt different for me, mate. I have no idea why, but I just said, if you'd have been sitting next to me, mate, I would have said Jack Butland's going to save this. It just went through my head that he's going to save it, and he did. He did. And I celebrated Jack Butland saving that penalty more than I celebrated our opening goal, mate. The only goal of the game. I went berserk when Jack Butland saved that. But fair play to Jack Butland. This is why we spoke about it last night as well on the pod, that Jack Butland right now is my player of the year. Yes, he made a mistake on Sunday, but where would we be without him? It really is as simple as that for me. I think he's been incredible this season, and yeah, that definitely makes up for his mistake on Sunday. Yes.
Oh, 100%. And the time was ticking down, and it's how many times have we been at places like Easter Road with a 1-0 win, and you're waiting on it. You're waiting on something. I mean, Tav slipped. I was like, I could hear Haymart saying for F's sake, Tav. I could hear it. And then for all guys to make the tired challenges of saying Connor Barron, who I agree, I thought he was exceptional tonight. I thought he was everywhere, winning every second balls, driving us up the park. He was, well, I'm pretty sure he's probably our man of the match tonight, Connor Barron, but Nico Raskin should maybe have a wee look at Connor Barron. I thought his attitude was spot on tonight. But when that happened, I'll be honest, I turned at my fiancé and went, fucking course it's going to happen to us, isn't it? And I could just see a one each draw. And then the guy that took the penalty, is it Jamie McArthur, whatever it's called, who'd missed a penalty before against Butland, and they were talking about that, and I thought, if he'll just go and ping that in the top bin or something. And he didn't. It was a fantastic save by Jack Butland, and at that point I thought, right, well, maybe once the gods are with us here. But Jack Butland's a guy that we've talked about umpteen times this season. He's pulled us out of holes in umpteen games. He's kept the scoreline down for us. He's a guy we talked about that shouldn't be the Rangers goalkeeper this season, but he's come back and showed us, Carney, what he's all about, and he's pulled off massive saves. And that's massive because for me, and I know we're miles behind Hearts, but that one save's kept us in a potential title challenge tonight. It really has. If that goes 1-1, for me, it's done for me. But he's kept us in there, and it was a massive save.
I don't think it can be underestimated. I know, and there was a chance that was ruled offside that I think made us all take a massive gasp of air as the ball came into the box. And
oh God, I thought he'd burst the net. I thought
he'd burst the net open with the header, but it was ruled to be offside, and the Rangers kind of see it out from there. But I don't think we can underestimate just how important this is for a squad of players, mate. See, to get again the monkey off the back of back-to-back wins, to really have the backs against the wall in terms of conceding a penalty late on. Jack Butland saving it, the momentum, the confidence, the feeling that they must have going into that dressing room at full time must be great for them. It has to be. This has to be a motivator for them. This has to be something that really kicks them on. I'm not going to say they've turned a page, but the page is turning, and I think that's why I just felt, I don't know why, mate, it just came to me. I said Jack Butland's going to save this, and obviously when he did, I still went berserk, but I was like, he's going to save this, because it just felt different. It felt different because as much as the second half was so scrappy and 50-50 at best, it really was. It wasn't an enjoyable a kind of high quality game, but we were finding a way to keep Hibs quiet. We were finding ways of just working hard, staying compact, staying in our areas, doing our jobs, backing up our teammates. Cohesion, desire, work rate, all this stuff that we've been looking for. I don't felt like we deserved to draw that game. Do you know what I mean? I just didn't feel like we deserved to draw that game. So I don't know where it came from, mate. Maybe I'll put a lottery on for this weekend, mate. You never know. I could be in luck. But yeah, super Jack Butland to the rescue. But it's going to be huge, Ali. It's got to be huge. That's 2 back-to-back wins. We're going into the weekend for the Old Firm game at Hampden, which is extremely unpredictable at the best of times. But now you would be a brave man to put a bet on either way. I think this is extremely 50-50. But we've Danny Rule has made sure that we're in the best possible position going into this game on Sunday, which is again another huge, massive test. But if you win this game, if Danny Rule can go on to win this game on Sunday, mate, how things, the complexion of the season, will pretty much turn on its head.
Yeah, well, we talked about it in terms of they had to win on Sunday there against like Kilmarnock, and he passed that test. Tonight was a big test for me away to Easter Road. And again, he's not had real time in a training ground with these players, the amount of games that are coming up, and he's changed it. Probably not played the team lineup we would have potentially chosen as fans, but he's come
what
up
do we
trumps
know?
tonight. No, exactly. That's what I'm
mate?
saying. He's come up trumps and he's got us the 3 points, and that's all I want. I keep saying to some folk, I just want Rangers to win games of football at the moment. See if they can play nice football at the same time, brilliant. But I just want them to win games of football. I would take Rangers winning 1-0 to the end of the season if they win the league or whatever, or win cups and that. Don't care. I just want them to win games of football. And he's finding ways to do it with this team. I did say when he went into Sheffield Wednesday, he identified maybe he couldn't play the way he wanted to play with those players, but he found ways of winning games of football. And I think that's what he's doing with this group of players. And he's testing different players. Obviously, Danilo come out the cold, 2-2. Probably got a start against Celtic on Sundays, probably earned a start there.
Probably.
He is trying different players. Connor Barron came in today again, put himself in the shop window for Sunday as well. So there's players there that are playing for him. We just look more of a team now. And you can see it. You could see when he brought the players over, the fans at the end there. I thought the fans are brilliant tonight, but when he brought the fans, the players over the fans, you could see there was a togetherness about this team. And you couldn't ask for a better start. I disregard the European tie that he came into, but Kilmarnock, Hibs tonight, it's a perfect start for him in terms of going into Sunday. Sunday, I agree. Sunday, it's a toss of a coin. Sunday, I really don't know how that's going to go. I know they won 4-0 or something tonight, but I know they were playing Falkirk, so I'm not going to read much into that. But yeah, it puts us in a really good place, Carney, going into Sunday, and it gives us as fans belief as well going into Sunday. If we drop tonight, I would have been deflated.
Yeah, it sinks.
Going into Sunday.
It sinks.
Yeah,
absolutely, mate. Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And you're right, mate. It's just we've been far too easy to play against this season so far, and tonight was the opposite of that. Really was the opposite of that. I thought it made things pretty difficult for Hibs to really do anything, which maybe nullified our attacking threat, yes, but an early goal, I suppose, is something for us to kind of cling on to. And yes, I know I'm saying clinging on against Hibs, and it should be a game we should be confident in winning. But right now, what we've seen over the start of this season, we just have to win football games. And I couldn't agree more with what you said there, Ali, that I don't care how you win, just go and win. That's all I care about. It's just winning football games. Keep this momentum going as much as you possibly can. So yeah, I'm delighted that we've passed another acid test, mate. Man of the match for you tonight?
Connor Barron. Yeah, all day long for me. I just think the guy was immense. You could probably say Jack Butland because he's got us an extra 2 points if you want to say in terms of it could have ended a draw. So. I thought he was very good, Connor Barron. I thought he's put himself right in the shop window for Sunday. I'd start him against Celtic. I think we need legs and energy in the middle of the park. I thought he showed how to do it. Disappointed in Nico Raskin again in the middle of the park. I thought he was poor. I thought.
Yeah, carry on. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, sorry. I thought the back line was good. I thought Cornelius, Suter, and Giga were very good tonight. I thought, like I say, I thought it was probably one of Giga's best games. Danilo, I know he's not my favourite player, Danilo, but I've got to give Danilo credit as well. He ultimately scored the goal that wins us the game. So yeah, I thought, and Magoma as well, that's the guys I thought really stood out tonight. But Connor Barron, yeah, all day long. A guy that I've said I don't think's good enough week in, week out. And I'd love him to prove me wrong, I really would, but he did it in a big game tonight for me, Connor Barron away at Hibs. And he's got an even bigger game on Sunday, but I would play him against Celtic on Sunday, Connor Barron. I think he's earned it.
I agree. He should be Conor Barron, mate. I agree that I'm still expecting a bit more from Schmidt, even though he did work hard tonight at points, but there still needs to be more from him in terms of creating stuff up top and holding the ball better and bringing other people into play off him. He needs to get better at that. His positional play needs to get better as well. The run that Mikey Moore had tonight in Schmidt was just kind of dithering about, not really making the run for him. I'm screaming at the telly, like, Schmidt, move, do something, give him an option here. But that's all things that hopefully will come in time because he is still young. I was disappointed tonight, and yeah, Raskin got better towards the end of the game. I thought the first half and the start of the second, I didn't think he was really in the game at all. And Gisama for me had literally no
poor.
Impact. Yeah, he had no impact.
I don't think he suits the right hand side, can he?
I agree, mate. I think you're spot on, mate. I've said it before. I don't think he suits out being out there. He suits out in the left, but I thought he had literally no effect on that game whatsoever, no impact on it whatsoever. I thought even his tracking back and defensive work wasn't particularly great either. But yeah, that's maybe being overly negative, but it's probably his. Probably because we've seen what he can do. I think more than anything else, we have seen the good parts of him. But yeah, I would expect more from him. But Conor Barron all day long, mate. And I don't want to be too over the top here, but I seen wee flashes on him tonight of a player like Kevin Thompson, a guy that was just getting the ball in the middle of the park, winning it, turning around, playing the pass, constantly looked to go forward. More often than not, I think Barron was trying to go forward tonight, and yeah, just didn't give up. He was unlucky with that foul. I did feel sorry for him. It was a tired foul that he made, and I think he knew it as soon as he'd done it that it was a penalty. But I'm glad Jack Butland has saved these blushes with a fantastic save, and yeah, back-to-back wins, mate, as we head into Sunday. We'll be back on Friday night with Club Live. I don't know if are you dressing up, Ali? What are you dressing up as for Halloween? Halloween. I'll probably need to go. Before I even come on Friday, I'll probably need to go out and do trick or treating with the wee man. I would imagine. I forgot it was Halloween on Friday. So yeah, but yeah, I dress. I might. I don't know. I'll steal one of the wee man's masks or something like that, and I'll stick that on. But yes. Friday, Halloween. Yeah, we'll be back to preview the Old Firm. Ali, thanks for joining me.
No problem. I was going to say I enjoyed tonight. I didn't really enjoy tonight.
The end was good.
The end was good, yeah. Ultimately, we've won the league. Sorry, we've won the game.
Have we won the league? You go breaking news in Club at 22. Yeah. Rangers have won the league.
Christ, won the league, yeah. Won the game, sorry. And get 3 points. So, it is a big 3 points. Like I say, in terms of the league title, obviously Hearts dropped tonight as well, Carney, which we didn't discuss. So that's us clawed 2 points back in Hearts. I think that's down to 11 now.
Getting there. We're getting there.
No, I know. Well, that's it. You just need to, as Danny Rule says, you just got to take one game at a time, and that's all we can do. So, if we want to get back into this title race, and it's a long shot for me, but it's there, we need to win games like this, and we need to go on a run. I think our next 3 games, I was going to say they're favourable, but you could have said that at the beginning of the season, the teams we have. But I think we're away to Dundee, and then we've got teams like Falkirk and Livingston maybe coming up after the split, whatever it is. So there's games there that Rangers should be winning, and they could potentially go on a run. But it's set up nicely for Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. My ticket dropped in that app today as well, Carney. I was dreading that app thing that we all had to download in case it went
tits
up.
Good. Apparently
it is. Scotia uses it with Scotland, so but it's dropped to my phone, so it's all worked so far. So yeah, I will look forward. Well, I was just saying, do I look forward to Sunday? I don't know. Yes, Friday night, Halloween. I'm sure we'll have a Scotia. It's something Scotia's on. He doesn't even need to dress up. Scotia looks a little bit John Wick.
If he puts sunglasses on, he's John Wick, mate, isn't he? So
John Wick, Lord Farquhar. What else is he?
That's my favourite. Lord Farquhar's my favourite. I love it. Yeah, Lord Farquhar is especially after he goes for a fresh haircut. Every time I see him, I'm like, you just look like Lord Farquhar, mate. Yeah, but I know, looking forward to that. I think he will be on Friday. I'm hoping he's on Friday. But yes, as David Craig says here, we are not Craig David. We're up to third. We're up to third, and I mean, progress under Danny Rowe. If you want to see any of it, you can see we're now up to third. So things look a little bit more palatable. Still not there yet. Still very much a work in progress. Still very much, still a lot to be worked on, even within the squad, within the game. But so far so good. It's another small step forward, and let's just hope that we take an even bigger one on Sunday. We will speak to you, as I say, on Friday for Club Live. Until then, back-to-back wins, all aboard the rule train, I think it's safe to say. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, chat. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, all the usual stuff. We'll speak to you on Friday. We are Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Cheers, everybody.